Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another interesting episode on Tek Tok Thursdays by Impact. Every startup has a new story to tell, a new approach to redefine businesses, and a new mindset to engage with their audience. The Experience Accelerator is a learning platform that brings to you the latest leadership thinking and helps you learn it faster. Today, we have with us Sarah, the founder of the Experience Accelerator, which allows managerial development and individualized feedback to be delivered to learners worldwide. Without further ado, let's get started. Hello, Sarah, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
So let's begin with the Experience Accelerator platform supports employees and students of corporations and universities to and customer-oriented behaviors more quickly and efficiently. So this is quite an interesting platform. So how does this basically work?
Well, thank you for the question. I think business behaviors are super important. They drive sales, they drive employee engagement, productivity, and to be honest, there's quite a lot of work still to be done on improving them. So through our fully virtual online platform, we have three main steps. The first is that learners learn and visualize what the good behavior looks like that they're trying to master. They get to practice it in a safe space, and they get personalized feedback on what they've done well and where they can improve.
So what are the various services that the Experience Accelerator offers?
Yeah, so at its core, we're about bringing the latest digital technologies to help scale learning. So we're really a company that believes in increasing access to high quality education for everyone, and digital technologies help us do that. So the first platform that we've developed is the one that I've just described to you, so the Visualize Practice Feedback. We've just launched a new set of product solutions featuring virtual reality. And the idea here is that we would ship you a virtual reality headset. You immediately can put it on, go through some deeply immersive, behavioral-oriented scenarios. And based on the choices that you make in virtual reality, we create, again, a personalized feedback report that you'd get automatically via email, telling you, what you've done well, where you can improve, and tips and techniques to help you get better.
Quite interesting. So does the Experience Accelerator use any latest cognitive research techniques or AI to deliver feedback to learners worldwide?
Yes, I mean, the whole premise of our work is really founded in cognitive learning science. So a few things perhaps to mention. The first is that the concept of visualization. Our brain processes visuals 60 times faster than it does when we process text. So we have an ability to assume a much greater amount of information if we're using visualization. There's something called automaticity, which is really important when we're learning new behaviors. So this is where we instinctively know what the right thing is to do, but obviously that takes a little bit of time to get to automaticity. So one of the things that we do in all of our solutions is give our learners the opportunity to sort of chunk up into smaller chunks the learning and practice it, and then they get to recombine the smaller chunks into the full behavior. And I think, in that way, it's how we can get the really great impact results that we do. On average, between 40 and 80% improvement in behaviors before and after using our platform. That was a study we did with students, final year students at the University of Bahrain. So it really does work, having the cognitive science kind of embedded in the platform.
So the Experience Accelerator is personalized, convenient, and effective. So since it's a learning platform, are there any prerequisites that a user needs to fulfill?
No, I was thinking about this before our call. We've had learners as young as 13 or 14 go through our growth mindset platform, and older learners as well, should we say, who are keen to understand how they may need to adjust or improve their behaviors in a leadership context. So there's really no prerequisites apart from the the willingness, I think, to step in and practice and receive feedback and take on board that feedback in a totally supportive way, of course. But I think there needs to be a certain openness of spirit that we need to have in order to be able to really get the best out of the platform.
So has the pandemic had any impact on your operations? The learning happens virtually, eliminating the need for physical contact. So has that, favored your business in any way?
Yes, I think it's a little bit mixed still, in that a lot of the mid to large size corporations that we work with have frozen their budgets until they get a little bit more clarity on the future. So I think we're seeing programs delayed slightly relative to the original launch. But on a more positive note, I think we see appetite for our new programs. So we've just launched a new program around virtual executive presence. Everyone's on Zoom nowadays. So being able to show up and be very effective in your leadership communication is very important. Also another program called Growth Mindset, developing your growth mindset. So this is really when you're confronted with new and different things, how do you have the right attitude to approach, what for all of us has been massive amounts of change in our day-to-day work. So I think we're seeing some real enthusiasm for those type of programs that we've developed in direct response to the pandemic.
Lastly, would you like to share any message with our audience, Sarah?
There's lots of messages, but there was one that I really feel very passionately about, which is in a world where machine learning and artificial intelligence are starting to become more and more prevalent, the fact of our human behaviors and our ability to be fantastic in them is really one of the most important skill sets that we have moving forward. So really focusing on what differentiates us from machines, what differentiates us from computers, and making sure that we're as good as we can be is a message I'd like to share with your viewers.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Sarah, for engaging with us today. It is indeed our pleasure. Also, a big thank you to our audience. If you are an entrepreneur who wants to address and solve real and specific problems, do let us know in the comment section below. Until then, stay safe and keep watching Tech Talk Thursdays by Impact. Thank you so much.